Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Hilk empath, and I just like having these little talks and the way I feel about things. Yee! It's just the days are just the same. The weather is the same. Mom's been getting up earlier than usual, so that makes it for longer days. But ah, they're just waiting for life to start, waiting for the world to begin again. I've been waiting for 3 years, though. I know a lot of people have been hanging out, for like a month or so where they live. They've been hanging out where you're at, stay inside, with the threat of causing harm to others. That's not my threat. I never took a long time ago I stopped believing in the threats that people would try to impose upon me, and when the threats actually existed in my life and I went to the helpers, the trusted servants for aid and assistance, they never helped me anyway. So I I came to terms with a long time ago. The world isn't for me. So I think congratulations to all of you that have made the world, specifically, especially for you. Congratulations. I don't know how you did it. I've had a very very wild story, my upbringing and my background and where it's gotten me, and for 3 years I've gotten to really get to know myself, and I hope that other people are choosing this time to be quiet and go within to get to know themselves too, just to lay quietly and feel this and let your body just feel your body, just feel your heartbeat, just feel the sensations of the breeze. If you have a breeze, if you're around a breeze, if it feels on the skin, just letting you get acquainted with the sensations of you without any added help from anybody else. Okay, I think people spend too much time and effort and resources and energy chasing sensations, buzzes, orgasms for what? A second? God bless you, girls. There's so many people that haven't because they don't know, because their pickers are broken. They don't know how to pick partners that can help feed their spirit too. That's what I had a hard time with. It took me 40 years to figure out that life is supposed to be a two-way street. And because I didn't get that when I was younger, it was just always me proving, oh, you care, you're a good daughter, prove it, you're this, prove it, you're this. I could never prove I was a good student because school was a nightmare for me, but I was always having to prove myself. Nobody freaking was proving themselves to me. If anything, they were freaking. I got picked on a lot, man. I got picked on a lot. I was a tomboy. I was gay. I knew I was gay, even though I didn't come out and, tell, oh, I'm gay, being growing up in the 70s and 80s. But I was a tomboy, so I had all this masculine energy, and I had all this energy, just fire energy anyway, and so people that don't have energy, they don't like that. They don't like it. They don't like high energy. And I know that because now that my energy is more balanced, I don't like people that can't contain their energy either. But I was a little kid. I didn't know how to contain my energy. Now I meditate about an hour a day. Today I only got 48 minutes. But you see what I mean? Is I learn to keep myself centered at a point zero, so whatever, I know I can get there. So if I'm in an emergical situation out in the universe, that instead of me reacting out of fear and acting like an ass, because most of the time when people act out of fear, there's freaking parents pushing their kids in front of them, and just you find out the true content of one's character once your life is threatened. Well, my life has been threatened many a times, and I still am making sure that people around me are safe too, not just my own happy ass. Unfortunately, there's less of me in the world. And then there are other people that are freaking fearful and scared. But we're getting an opportunity to see that when people are scared, You know, fear is just inside. You tell yourself what you're afraid of. You know, I used to tell myself I was deathly afraid of snakes. Then I told myself I wasn't. I don't really like them because they creep me out. And then now I understand why. As the story goes, I don't need to get into that whole thing. But there is the serpent storyline and stuff like that, and I'm more of a vibrational frequency being. So, you know, but I've been a low vibrer before. You know, we've all done it all. Even if you haven't done it in this our incarnation, your spirit has done dastardly things. Even if you think now it's all love and light and ooh, there is no bad in the world because I choose not to see it. Well, guess what, sugars? There is bad in the world, even if you choose not to see it. And if you don't protect yourself and make yourself aware of it, it's probably going to chew your ass up and spit your ass out. Just for being dumb. Because freaking low vibrational frequencies like to prey on the love and lighters. You know, we create our own realities. It's a trip, man. So, I mean, the stories that you see are just wild. The young girl that was shot and killed 24 years after her mother was by the same man. Stuff like that. Self-proclaimed prophecy, manifestation. You know, that's why it's important to only think about the best possible things that you want to manifest in your life. There's another young girl a couple months back. She was like, I don't feel safe. I feel like, you know, something is going on. Well, who you hanging out with, number one? And yeah, you know, they ended up finding her in a suitcase too. I don't put myself in dangerous situations. I don't drink because I make decisions to put myself in dangerous situations. And there's so many people that are, they don't take it so seriously. Just letting off some steam. Let me tell you the stories about bros let off some steam. I've seen some video footage of involving respectable people and civilians and Operation Iraqi bullcrap. Good old boys letting off steam. No. I believe in emotional control and containing your shit and not allowing your ego and your will harm other people, manipulate other people, want less for other people while you're giving yourself so much, every politician in the world right now. That's really great that people under the income 99,000 are getting $1,200, you know, if they can find you, if you're, you know, if there's not this and if there's not that, right? If you fit into this and if and that, if it's divine, you know, and the powers that be, it just drops. Wouldn't that be great if everybody could just live so they you just live for being a human being. You didn't need to freaking pay for things. It's just there. There are people that work, you know, there's people just work, but no, they have to, it's because egos exist and so people have, they equate the value of their person, the value of them as a human being with how much money they have and the kind of stuff that they wear, clothes they wear and the cars that they drive. And all that shows to me is the more people have, the more money they have, and the more they waste it on stupid shit that you can't take with you, the more I'm like, man, somebody really should have encouraged their creativity when they were younger. Because maybe they could have imagined themselves as being more important or more substantiated by the content of their character than having to validate themselves with fucking bullshit that is overpriced, that is just gonna break one day anyway. It's just junk. I don't even have the mindset to buy a new car off the showroom, but people have to do it. So I know some people that have to do it like every 2-3 years. It's their program. They're stuck in a loop. So what kind of loop are people getting stuck in? I gotta have more. I gotta have more. There's not enough. There's not enough. They're the TP hoarders. And then there's people that are just comfortable with what they have. Because Because if you're cool like that, whenever you go to the store, what you need is just going to be there. It's a trip. You know? Vibration is a fear. Or fear is a vibration. So when you're freaking all this scared all the time and you're always looking at stuff and that makes you scared and that makes you scared and that freaks you out and oh my gosh, that's horrifying, and the idea that that is just going to draw circumstances and instances to your life that is going to match that vibration. Is this thing on? Yet, you know, I don't have anything to worry about. What do I have to worry about? Are they going to shut off my water? Oh, did that 3 years ago. Am I going to not have heat? Yeah, this is my 3rd winter without it, you know. But, you know, what's kind of interesting is that with my house staying, like, you know, it's because Mom has a space heater. She's plenty warm in there, and I got the dogs to keep me warm. But when, you know, like, I get up and I'm like, God, you know, I'm cold, you know, but I layer and stuff, so I'm not ever freezing. And I hate wearing socks, but I'll put them on when it's real cold. But you walk around and the high of your house is 55. You walk into somebody's house and the temperature set, because when I lived in Omaha, I used to have that puppy set at like 78. And I had a big house, it was over 2,000 square feet. But, I'm not going to be cold. Dang it, because I deserve to be warm. The universe said, really? So you know what? My skin got a little thicker, and I became a little bit more. And you decide, you figure out what you don't freaking need. Now if I walk into somebody's house and they got the thermostat on, I'm like, whoa, this is freaking hot in here. I don't go to people's houses, but when I go into stores and businesses, and I'm just like, man. Artificial air and heat, man. And what people do, the resources, it's just mind-boggling what people do for creature comforts. And some creatures are bigger than others. Yep. Hi, Dala. How do you do, Dala? I'm Marge. I'm Heyoka. Welcome to my tube. I just like having little talks on the way I feel about things. There's not really a whole lot going in the news today. You know what I am glad for, though? I saw an old friend, my buddy RJ, that I hadn't seen since before a holiday. He went to a different flower store, and I found the flower store he went to today, so it's really good. I'm like, not my virus. This ain't my virus. That's why I named this video Psychosomatic, you know? And I got to give him 2 hugs! 2! Because he's my buddy, you know? This ain't my virus, man. This virus is for fearful people. It's for freaking unhealthy people. It's for sickly people. And I've did the effort, you know. Thank you, Uncle Sam, for making me for me being overweight. You and all the fat supervisors and stuff that were ahead of me that made me go to the gym that I didn't see there, you know. Even when I was working 12-hour shifts, I still, Monday through Friday for 8 months. I ran on that cross trainer on level 10 for an hour just listening to the Offspring album to get off that, because they always like to make an example out of me. Oh, do as I say, not as I do. That's what the control freaks do. They just will make up more and more rules, and they're creative. They'll just keep making up rules until, you're choking out on rules. You don't even know what to do, because is it, you know, and then the next time you go in, it's different. So how you did it this time is different, and because somebody got creative and changed the rules. When most of this crap, it's like, leave well enough alone, but somebody has to, you know, somebody has to stroke their ego in some capacity. All those helpers out there, you know. So I named this Psychosomatic. P.S. I have something in my eye right now, and it's 2. It's driving me crazy. Psychosomatic. And for those of you that don't know what that means, it means of a physical illness or condition caused or aggravated by a mental factor, such as internal conflicts and stress. And I think about that. I think about what the body does under great deals of stress, you know? And then I think about the programming that people do to themselves in addition to what the body does, you know? Think about it. I mean, like, when I was a little girl, how many times was I, you know, if I was acting out in some capacity, or, you know, or we didn't get a lot of fast food and junk food because we were I was diagnosed as hypoglycemic when I was like 5. So no sugar, and then milk intolerance. So my freaking Saturday, I mean, how cool is it to have your Saturday morning cereal be freaking Fruit Loops and apple juice? You know, I mean, so I knew the importance of a balanced diet and nutrition values of food and things like that. Freaking 6 years old, I'm reading labels. 7, you know, I'm reading labels because, oh, can't eat that, and if it has dextrose, you know. Yeah, you know, but you just kind of got to sit around and wait for the rest of the world to catch up, right? So, and then you have psychosomatic, and then you have psychology, and then you have like marketing. I mean, marketing, the whole business of marketing is trying to get people to buy something or do something, whether the item is good for them or is good for them or not. They're just trying to make money. But where is the spirit in that? And that's what people are finding out about in this day and age, is that you have a spirit, and that spirit needs to come before your ego or any other aspect of your being. And people can't get away from this. I mean, the subconscious consciousness, you can't, it's merging. It's merging. It's becoming one. So people can't hide behind oh, I didn't mean to do that, because people are starting to figure out why you do that and the behaviors that you do. I found a long time ago that you watch kids play in a playground, I can basically determine who they're going to be in about 20 years. Or looking at someone's behavior today, I can determine who they were on the playground 20 years ago. Because people don't have the gumption and the moxie to fucking change, because it's hard. It takes discipline. And if you look around, everybody, look what epidemic obesity is. Because people can't control themselves. And then they were programmed, if you're good, we'll go to McDonald's and get some French fries. Oh, you're sad? Let's go get some ice cream. That'll make you feel better. Well, yeah. The sugar in the ice cream actually literally raises the it makes your body like caffeine does, right? So you feel low because your emotions are low, but you're stimulating your body with sugar. So it's like, you know what else does that? Going for a walk in the park. Yeah. Or eating a salad. That does it too. You eat good, clean, healthy food. I saw my buddy, I'm like, you're slimming down. He's like, I'm cooking. I'm like, that makes me happy. When you eat good, clean food, your body, you can feel the energy. You can feel yourselves rejuvenating. You can feel your blood pumping. You can feel your body working as the soul sack factory that it is. It's when you eat the crap that it dulls the sensations and you can't feel all that. What's wrong with feeling your circulation? It's your circulation. You know? So hopefully people are taking this time to really get to know themselves. And when you get quiet, the most amazing things happen. You need some aids meditating. I try binaural beats. I can do it to classical. I can do it to nothing. I can do it to the listening to the birds. Just be quiet. Just start 5 minutes. Just be quiet. Start with that. And if your mind wanders, your mind wanders. Some people like to, I had people using the analogy of not jumping on any one thought and letting that thought lead to other thoughts, of just like a train, like thoughts being train cars, and just let them go by without latching on to one and letting your mind wander that way. So there's another end of a timeline. Last summer, or about 8 months ago, Dennis Eggleston, his channel, he deleted it again, man. He's an example of alcohol removes your spirit. We had these conversations, you know, and I can just share my experience and stuff like that. And dude, after he left here, he went and hung out with a devil worshiper, literally. I freaking looked at the kids' channel the other night, and it's like, how to summon demons? And it's like, you kids play. You want to play with the shadows? You want to play with the dark arts and the shadows because you think it's fun and trendy and cute? Think about what you're doing in the shadows. Think about what you and your comrades in arms, you know, cannibalism, bloodletting. You don't get to take the essence of another living human being. You don't. It's evil. And anyone that thinks you can, well, you need to look at that, because those aspects in you that are really broken and hurt and shattered, and that you need to draw more of your light aspects into you to brighten up those shadow aspects, because it ain't cool. You don't get to rape, pillage, steal, cheat, all these things that all of the important people have done. The rich people that pay themselves so much and then pay other people to be quiet. All these secrets are coming out. All of it. And it's true. It's the symbolism that is going to be... I'm constantly looking at people's symbols. Constantly. The representations. And the people tell you who they are. The buttons on their coat. The patterns on their handkerchief. Everything is a freaking tell. Human beings are so deliberate. They're so deliberate. Yet they act like, oh, you know, play dumb, you know, but energy doesn't lie. And if you want to learn how to freaking read energy, that's what I'm here to do, is teach people how to freaking just believe in yourself and your own history of knowing the difference between what is bullshit and what is not. Even if you're wrong, wouldn't you rather be wrong than freaking somebody's soup somewhere? Because, you know, they're simple-minded, and simple-minded just do what simple-minded do, and do what everyone else is doing, just because, you know, peer pressure. Anyway, alright, I gotta get Mom some dinner, double in there, and these heifer pumperdinks are gonna start howling for their supper too. So just keep telling you, know, healthy people don't get sick. You know, so just try and stay healthy, and if you do get sick, check out the imbalance in yourself, because ain't nobody else, you know, making you eat the food and do it. You know, you're an autonomous being, and all sickness is an imbalance where you're not getting enough nutrition, or you're not getting enough sleep, or you know, taking too many toxicants, or you're trying to maintain a high vibe for too long, or you're maintaining a baseline balance, you know. So, are you living too much in a freaking reality world of denial, or you're mixing it up with some truth? What is it? I mean, are you waking up next to somebody you love every morning, or are you waking up next to somebody you fucking hate, but they do your laundry and they'll blow you every now and again, you know? I mean, where are you gonna vibe from? High or low? It's an individual choice. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.